What's up, guys? Welcome to the video. My channel name is College Football Frenzy, back from our video, and today I'm going to be breaking down my post-Week 7 college football tournament rankings. Now we're getting into the thick of the regular season. We're nearly done it. We're getting closer to the playoff, and things are heating up in the playoff race. We had some major shakeups this past week. Some big matchups impacted the playoff rankings big time. It was a very exciting week in Week 7 of this tournament, and it should get even more entertaining as we have some big matchups with some really good teams coming up in Week 8 and Week 9. So it's going to get very exciting. Now, looking at the rankings, at number 1, we have the Florida Gators. They were not in the top 4 last week. They were at number 5. They jump all the way to number 2. They're now 4-2. A big win for the Gators, and because of certain tiebreakers, they're now at 1. They beat LSU last week. That was just a great win. It was close, but at the end of the day, they got the job done. So they're at 1 now. Number 2, we have the Texas Longhorns. Texas had a good win this past week. They did beat Florida State. Florida State's not very good. They haven't won a game yet. But still, overall, it was enough to get them in the 2 spot. They're now at 4-2. They lost to Florida. That's why they're right now at 2. But still, overall, in a good position to make the playoff. Looking at the rest of their schedule, they have one easy game and one very tough game. It should be interesting. Number 3, we have Oklahoma. They had a huge win this past week against Clemson. The week before that, they beat USC too, which was a big win. So right now, Oklahoma is doing pretty good. They're at 4-2. They lost to Texas. That's why they're at 3. But as of right now, if things were to stay the same way, they would get a Red River rematch against Texas. So it should be interesting to see how things shake out. But right now, Oklahoma's at 3. And at 4, the team that was number 1 last week, LSU. Despite losing to Florida in a close one, they stay in the top 4 as of now. Certain tiebreakers bumped them to 4. They're still 4-2, just like the 3 teams ahead of them. And the team behind them is also 4-2. So a lot of tiebreakers have impacted the rankings. But right now, LSU's at 4. And again, any team that's in the top 5 right now controls their own destiny. So it's looking interesting. At number 5, Clemson. Clemson was number 2 last week, but for this week, they're now at number 5. It's a big drop. They've lost 2 straight now, one against LSU, and a close one against Oklahoma, which they're only 5 yards away from winning, barely lost it, but they did lose it at the end of the day. So they lost to Oklahoma. Coming into this week, they're still in decent position. If they win their next 2 games, they're going to be in. So Clemson right now, not in the greatest spot, but they still control their own destiny. Number 6 is actually going to be Miami. So Miami won this week against USC. That was a big win. For this upcoming week, they're going to be playing Texas, and then they are on the bye the last week of the season. So they have a big game against Texas coming up. They'll decide if they're bowl eligible or not. But, Miami's 3-4 right now at number 6. I'm sure they're happy that they beat USC. A big win for the Hurricanes. Number 7, that's USC. They're now 3-4, pretty much out of the playoff race after 2 tough losses. It was a shutout loss against Miami. The week before that, they played Oklahoma. They came close to winning. They probably should have won, but they didn't get it done. So right now, USC sits at 7. They still are in a pretty good position. They're on the bye this upcoming week, but in the last week of the season, they do play Florida State, which is probably an automatic win. So they're very likely to be bowl eligible, but they're not going to make the playoff. Number 8, Oregon. They're on the bye this week. They're 2-4 right now. Have 2 tough games coming up. One's against LSU. That will not be an easy one whatsoever. And they have one, I believe, against Florida, if I'm not mistaken. So they have a couple tough games left. They're probably not going to be bowl eligible. And number 9, winless Florida State. That's an obvious one. Florida State has not done so good. So Florida State, a couple tough games left. It doesn't look good for them. But overall, these are the rankings. Again, a few teams have, some tough games left, but anybody in the top 5 controls their own destiny. I think I'm probably only going to have 3 bowl games, the 2 playoff bowl games, and then I'm going to have one other bowl game for like the 5 and 6 teams. If there is like an 8 bowl eligible team somehow, say if like Oregon or like maybe both Miami and USC, go undefeated the rest of the way, then I might have a 4th bowl game. But if there are 6 or 7 bowl eligible teams, I'm only going to have 3 bowl games. And it will probably be the Cotton Bowl. That's the bowl game for the 5th and 6th team. But these are my current standings. Again, it's getting interesting. Make sure to tune into the games. I'll probably do 2 tomorrow, and then I'll do 1 each day for the rest of the way. But that's it for now, guys. Thank you for joining in. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Check out my other videos, and that's it for now.